Hi guys, Kelly here. Are you ready to paint some orchids? Really easy ones. So let me know if you're like me. I just kind of walk around the house sometimes. I want to paint something, but I don't know what. So just grab yourself anything that's around the house. But this one really is pretty. I got these gorgeous flowers in from Amazon. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? So these are orchids and they're starting to drop off now. So I thought I would really quickly try to paint them. Look, they're falling as we speak. These are what the little buds look like. They're obviously colored somehow. So let's try to paint this really loose one. They are beautiful blues and kind of a teal color with purple. So I have my Rosa kit here. These were my two paints. I'm using my Fabriano watercolor pad, and I also have my Princeton round number 8 Neptune brush. So let's just go and dive into this one. So I've got this beautiful teal color. So these are ordered from Amazon, and you can order these too. I do have an affiliate link. I'll put it down below for you. And I think I ordered them, or my husband ordered them for me on October 8th. It's now October 18th, and they're still they still look pretty. All right, so we're going to start with some really random shapes. I am using the Cobalt Turquoise from my Rosa kit. I also will be using the Ultramarine Blue, and maybe a little bit of green. Probably it's actually called green for the stem. So we're going to start out with just these little funky little shapes. Totally random, very loose. Been a while since I've had an orchid. Need a little one up here too. And then we've got some more kind of coming down here. Again, I'm going to be loose and messy. These aren't going to be perfect. I'm all into the messy, loose things lately. So I need a pretty purple. I think this purple is not bright enough. So let's go and make our own. We've got a little bit of magenta rose there, and maybe a little ultramarine, maybe a little more. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That's what I'm looking for. So it does have a little bit of white in here. So we've got these beautiful little petals kind of sticking out. It's almost a sort of white, maybe more cream colored in there. But I'm just going to pop in a couple little leaves. Now this, again, it's obviously some kind of different petal. I don't think this is a normal color. It's been, what do you want to say, fabricated? Like I'm fabricating paintings, because I'm just playing. Dropping in a little more purple. Look at that gorgeous color. So we've got some little petals sticking out, but again, we're doing an interpretation of it, not exact. Just making this one quick and loose. This would be great for a card. And then maybe a little green. Now that is actually pretty dark. I'm going to put some lines, I think, into some of this too. Let's just come down here. Drop it in. We have like those little stems that kind of come off. They're actually more blue, but that's all right. I could drop in a little more blue. We'll use this one. Just bring that right down in there. Okay. Now I could do a bunch of lifting and all that fun stuff, but we're just going to keep it simple. So I'm looking for something to use to scratch. This is what I like about these pencils. I could just take that, pop that right down in there so I don't have the lid anymore. And so you can see some of these, I don't know if you can see it from there. The underneath have like little lines kind of in there. So we're just going to replicate that by doing this. Just scratching it out a little bit. You can bring some of that texture down in. Kind of lost that one. So I definitely have to get this when it's wet. It might not have worked as fast as I thought it did because I was talking. That started to dry a little bit. See if I can lift it out a little bit more. So it's just going to create a little bit of texture in there where those petals would be. I might pop in. What to do with my brush? Oh, there it is. I might pop in just a little more here. Maybe some on this side. I could even go deeper. I mean, that purple is pretty rich. Let's go in with some stronger pigment. See if we can. A little bit too red there. Yeah, that's a little darker. Right on the outside on a couple of these. And just to create a little bit more drama. Okay, this time I'm going to hit that with a pencil before that dries too much. Get a little texture in there. It just scratches it out. I can even put in a little bit of paint in here. Give this one some lines. Look at that. You know how you just think of things on kind of on the fly? Tools. They can be very simple. You can even use your fingers. I might add in just a little darker. Let's mix that green with the purple. Get a little, just a little extra in there, a little darker value. All right, I think I'm going to dry that, and then we can do a little bit of a background. That's going to be fun. I might add in just a few more darker, maybe some more blue, because you can see some of those lines in there, but some of them I got scratched in and others didn't scratch in quite as much because they had started to dry. So we'll just put a few in here. Let's see. So if you're just following me, come and subscribe. I'm trying to hit my 20,000 subscriber mark. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think with this. I'm trying to get people to comment because I love to hear what your thoughts are. Sometimes it's so quiet in here, and I am just here to make sure that you take the time and play, because I think that's really important. It's like today, I haven't done any painting at all today. I've just been working, and I said to myself, I think I'm going to go and do something. I wasn't sure what it was. So I've got a little bit of white in here. This is kind of my cheat. I might add in just a little bit in that stem. It got a little dark on me. Sometimes when I'm doing that, I don't pay attention as much. And then maybe just a little touch in here. Only because I've got some of that white on the underneath of some of these. Again, I'm just gonna pop in just a little bit. You don't need a lot. Okay, there we go. And then for the background color, so I've got nice purples and teals. So maybe a nice kind of a yellowy, maybe a yellow and teal. Let's see. So I'm just going to drop it in here. Now this is all dry, so I shouldn't have too much problem. Make sure it is dry though, because it will bleed if you go into any of those areas that are wet. And you do need to work fast because I don't want to have any lines in here. So I might need to kind of tuck it in here. Leave yourself some white space. It's not necessarily a bad thing, especially with watercolor. Let's throw a little bit of that teal maybe down in here. Looks like some greens going on in the background. And then yellow back on this side. Here, I have it on a dark table, as you can see. I had this great little white thing I was painting on, which makes everything kind of stand out. And it fell on the floor the other day, and my black lab, Avalon, chewed it into all little pieces. So I don't have it anymore. So I'm just going with my natural table, which it's old. And it's scratched up and it's not pretty, but I don't think you mind, do you? And a little bit of that teal down in here. And decisions. Do I want to do any splatter? I do splatter all the time, and I'm always doing pen work. So I think I'm just going to leave this one as is. Yeah. So if you are a patron, stick around. We have a bonus one coming up. And I haven't done it yet, so I'm not really sure what it's going to be, but I will share it with you definitely. I just want to really quickly give a shout out to all my patrons. Thank you so much for following me. And I finally figured out what we're painting. I had the full vase of flowers, so I thought, why not just do the whole vase and do a very simplified one. Remember, as a patron, if you haven't yet signed up, you can join over there where you get lots of extra content and bonuses, as well as these extended versions of YouTube, and you don't have to watch the ads over there either.